$33 degrees here right now. It was 20 something this morning. I went up to the safe house and got this stuff. They had a bunch of pallets they wanted to get rid of, and you know, pallets are always handy. People sometimes break them up and use them to make things out of, or use them for firewood or one thing and another. They had some other stuff up there too, like these pieces of furniture. And I don't usually get furniture unless it's got some good wood in it, and these do have some good wood in it. I'm not exactly sure what this tabletop is made out of, but it's a good quality piece of furniture. What does that say? Ballard Designs, exclusive, 100% made in China, but still, it's real wood. As I'm looking at this piece, this looks like a half-inch piece of real wood here. And this is similar. This one, I brought one home yesterday that was like this, where they had used some pretty heavy plywood in the sides, and this top here, this top actually might be big enough to make a seat for the Boston Whaler. You may remember when I went to make a seat for the Boston Whaler, I couldn't find any really good hardwood that I could afford. And I got some other pieces in here too. These old drawers, they're quite heavy. They're quite heavy. They got some real wood in them, like right here. That looks like it's maple, but it could be oak in these sides. So that's worth something. And this piece here is made out of, I don't know if you can see that plywood board that this is made out of, but it looks like, I would call that 3/4 inch plywood. Nowadays, if it's 3/4 inch, that means it's like an eighth bigger than a half, because the way they plane it down. But that looks like some real plywood, and as opposed to press board. Well, you can see a piece right here. See that? That looks like a piece of finished plywood. So I mean, even wood like that is worth something. So yes, sir, I brought it home. And I've got another piece out back here. I guess I could go down and show you. In fact, I could drive this back there, but I want to put it back there anyway, eventually. Let's do that. Just take this back there. Buddy, I'm gonna go back yonder. You can run down there with me if you want to, okay? I'll show you my little buddy. He likes those vested sweaters. He's a short-haired dog, and when it's cold, he doesn't mind. In fact, when Honeybabe pulls out one of those sweaters, he runs and waits for her to put it on him. So I think that's cool. It makes him look cool. It might help keep his chest warm, but I kind of like Charlie wouldn't let you put anything like that on him, and Daisy's about the same way. But this one here, he's for it. He's all for it. This is good. So I'll show you what I was doing with one of these pieces of furniture. I was up there yesterday. I went to pick up, I can't remember what I went to pick up. I went to do something. There was something up there she wanted me to do or get or pick up. I can't even remember what it was. A lot of times they get stuff like this that's broken up. It's not suitable for furniture, but it is suitable for, the wood is still good. If you've got a big old piece of furniture, the wood is still good. And a good example would be like that Boston Whaler seat. The Boston Whaler had either mahogany or teak, either old Brazilian mahogany, which you could get back in '63, or some of them had teak. And I went to try to find some wood, and even a piece of oak, which is a good hardwood, but they're not cheap, and I couldn't find a piece of oak lumber that was bigger than 48 inches. Of course, that seat's about 52 inches. And I found some rough lumber, but it was, probably just fell out. I probably ought to stop this. I left the back door open. Yeah, see, a door fell out. So I'll bring this back up back here, and eventually I'll knock it apart. But I'll show you inside this building. I have a lot of gas cans, and you may have noticed the other day. See, here's a piece I got from up there. I believe that's oak right there. But all these gas cans here, and I've got some more up there somewhere. They take up space, and they're in here where if a spark hit them, they would make an explosion. So that piece right there was up in the pile, and it's made out of some like 3/4 inch plywood sides, and it's got a couple of drawers down below. And I was thinking I could use those shelf parts to set my gas cans over in. And those two green drawers that are down in here, and I was thinking, I've got buckets of wire in that building over there, and I was thinking I could take those buckets of wire and put them down in here. And see these sides? That's good. That's thick. That's not pressboard. That's thick hardwood. So I could put my gas cans here, and I could put my wire down in there, get them out of this building. And I can take a piece of tin like I got up there and just put a piece of tin right over the top of this to keep it dry. That'd work out. So anyway, that's what I'm doing this morning, is collecting wood, bringing it home. I can back this trailer over there and just unhook it. So I'll put this drawer back in there and back that over and leave it. Take my car. See, this thing here is heavy, which is good because that denotes some good wood in that. Yes, it does. If you want to watch me back, I'm gonna sit you right here. You can watch me back it in that hole up there. Yep, y'all fell down. That's okay though. So, yeah, I'm just gonna unhook the trailer right here and leave it. That way I can put my vehicle back up there. So I'll have it for the next project. But maybe I can push. Maybe I can just drop that down right there. Like that. And I got a few pieces in here. I could go ahead and lift them out. In fact, I could take those drawers around there and put them in that piece of furniture out back. That's a Disneyland brochure, Disney World from 2016. Oh, the joy. Everybody ought to have one of them. Right? Alright. See, this is wood. That's good wood. Heavy. Must be some kind of hardwood. Could be poplar. Poplar is one of the cheaper hardwoods, but it's workable. It's better than press board or something like that. I'm eventually want to put this stuff under cover somewhere. See, this piece right here is heavy. It appears to have some good wood in it. This one of them drawers that falls open in the front. I don't know what I'll ever make out of this stuff, but I might find something to make out of it. You never know. Plus, some of this furniture's got these rollers on the side that the drawers ride in. If I'm making anything with drawers, I like to use those rollers. A lot better than having drawers that just slide on the wood and you have to put wax on them and stuff. There's a lot of plywood in this piece. Oh, what we got here? Even that's a pretty heavy piece of wood right there. You know me, I save everything and I make stuff out of stuff, so it's good to have some stuff to make stuff out of. Oh, that's heavy. It's good. If it's heavy, then it's probably good. In fact, you could take a piece like this and make a workbench out of something like that. This thing right here is a good piece of gas line. I'll give you a piece of gas line at some point. Alright then. I suppose I could use some of this stuff for a floor. I'm walking on this stuff I'm walking on here is press board, but yeah, I could put some of that down in there for my floor too if I wanted to. I'm big, you know, I get to decide. Sometimes it's good to, on a cold morning to get out and do a little work. It requires some physical exertion to get you started, because I'm going to be putting a water pump on a Rambler, and that involves standing in the garage and handling cold metal parts, tools. Sometimes you need to get warmed up a little bit. You need to let the day warm up a little bit before you do something like that. I'm also going to be selling some banjos. These aren't banjos I've made. I collect a lot of banjos the same way with that wood. If I find a deal on banjos, a lot of times I'll buy them. Sometimes I'll get parts off of them to go on to other banjos that I'm working on and different things. But Honey Baby's got a couple of grandkids that are having weddings in faraway places, and it costs money to make trips, and she's trying to figure out how she could get some money up for some of these trips. I said, well, I got plenty of banjos. I'll sell a few. I usually put my banjos on eBay. You have to pay a lot for shipping, but people still buy them off of there. So yeah, I might be. I'm actually cleaning up and taking some pictures now for some banjos to put up there. So we'll see. We'll see what comes of that. Okay then.